Hi everyone. Today in a new TouchDesigner tutorial, I'm going to explain how you can manage or control your visual for a live show. And this is a simple way. It's not too complex. It's a few lines of code, but it's important to explain that this is a simple way. You can do more complex and do for a specific thing for your project. So I think this tutorial is for understand how you can start to do it and then move forward and do something that you liked or you need for your project. For in this case is we have this visual, and when I press my keyboard I have the 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can jump to the visual. So yes, if I press 2, I show this visual and I hide the other. And I do that with Python. So I'm going to explain a few things before. And the first things is I'm going to enable all of this, and I'm going to put my project in 60 frames per second. So as you know, when you're going to copy many times of this visual, that is for just if you don't know, this visual is the what we did in the tutorial line noodles, so it's the same. So when I copy many times this visual, we have this. It's my frame per second. It's not good. And what we can do is press this cooking button and return to the 60 frame by second. So for me, I prefer, just for protect my computer, use the 30 frames per second. And for use the cooking always are in the components operator. For example, if you go to the movie, you don't have that. You have the bypass that is different. So I prefer put all my visuals in the base. It's not a container, so I prefer a base. And I put all of this and then connect to a switch. And then I'm going to explain everything. I'm going to delete that. And yeah, select that. So I'm going to divide my screen in 3. So, and to the right top or top right, I'm going to select my top viewer, and the button I'm going to select the text that. And I'm going to go back and move my this thing to don't hide your our code. I'm going to clean. Yeah. So we have our code. I'm going to move this, and I need to null 1. Let me check that everything is okay. Top viewer. No, sorry, it's panel there. So here we can see our visual, and to here we can see the Python console. So if you have something wrong, we can see the problem here. So how we can do this? Okay, first, we need our visuals, and we need to put in a base component, and we need to put the name for the same visual, and we change the numbers 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then copy 4, 6, 7, and whatever you want. Okay, that is important. Have a, I don't know how to say this, but I think it's correlative. I think so. It's like we can't use 0, 1 and then jump to the 3 and then 22 and then 50. We need the right numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all the numbers. So we need to start with a keyboard int because we can use that. And I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I press that in my keyboard and press release, press release, press release. So our system needs to remember what key we pressed. So if I press 1, release is 0. So we need to remember when it's pressed. So remember with the number. So for that, we can use logic, and we go to pre-channel up, radio button. So if I press 1, stay there, press 2, stay there, 3, and 4. So another thing that we need is a fan, because we need to remember, because right now we have the four numbers. Now I need just one, the current number that I press. So I select fan in. The current number is this one. And this is important. As we can see in the switch, or in a list, in an array, we have this, the number start with the 0, 1, 2, 3, and whatever. So when we create this, so just for not have confusion about this, because right now the key is the keyboard 2, but the number is 1. So if I press 1, the number is 0. If I press 2, the number is 1. If I press 3, it's the number is 2. If I press 4, the number is 3. Just for no have a confusion about this. So the reason why I starting with the 0, because if I press 1, it's 0, the same as this one. If I press 2, it's 1, the same as is this one. So that is the reason I started my visual with 0 and now 1. Okay, we right now we are detecting what visual that I press and I want. So what we need is use Python, but first I'm going to connect this to our switch, here, because right now I'm going to connect this. Right now I can press the buttons and jump to the visuals using my keyboard. Cool. But now what we need to do is, for example, I'm in the visual 1 and I need to hide all of this. I'm going to press 2, I need to hide this, show this. So that is the idea. So I press 3, hide this, show this. That is the idea with the code, how we can do that. I'm going to explain. We need to here connect to a shop execute. The shop execute is I do something when I detect a few data. You have a few functions, but we're going to use this on value change. Is this value. Every time when this value change, I do something. What I do, whatever we want. We can press P here and go to edit. In my case, I'm going to, my software, I'm going to open Sublime Text because I have here an edit preference that I have the text editor Sublime Text. Or we can close this, press plus right here, okay? But I think for better view, yes, you can see, not again. You can see everything here much better. So I'm going to start with something simple if you don't know anything about code. In Python or every language, you have a lot of, this is functions. So it's function is when you, how to explain this, but it's when something happens or you want to do something, you create this function. In this case, is when the value change, what I can do. So I'm going to enter here and I'm going to write print. Print is like, say something to the system. Please, Python, say something. Okay, perfect. I can write here, I can say, hi, or hola in Spanish. So I can save this. You can see it change. And I'm going to press the button, whatever. So the system is every time when I press change this value, I receive a message here. Hi, hola. And again, and I'm going to press my button and again and again and again because I'm changing the number. If I press again this same button, I don't receive nothing because it's the same value. The value doesn't change. Okay, perfect. So I can write this here. I'm going to put val. What value we are receiving. Okay, save. Go here and I'm going to change the number. The key. When I press, I receive 0 because I press 1. So I'm receiving this number. So you can see. Sorry, I pressed too much to type the buttons, but yeah, you can see all the numbers. So it's important to understand this. Here I'm sending the number 3, but I'm receiving the number 3.0. Here is an int number, so it's a, I don't know how to say it, but it's not with the dot and a number. So this is an int, and this 3.0 is a float. It's a different way to interpret that number. Okay, so I can write, for example, I can say, okay, I'm going to say, I'm going to send a message, a text, values equal plus. So what I want to do is I want to put in my console that value is equal to this number. So when I do that, and I'm going to change this, then I'm going to press another key, I receive an error. And I'm going to explain this because we're going to apply this later. The system said line 23 on value change. I have a type error, can only concentrate as str as string, not float to a string. So what is the idea is the system or Python that doesn't it's like a text plus a number. So it's like I can do that because this is a text, this is a number. There are two different things. I can do that. So we need to transform this value. So I'm going to put str. So it's a string. I'm going to close. So I'm going to transform this number to a text. So it's a text plus a text will be, I'm going to show you that value equal 1. I press another value equal 2, value equal 3. So for me, it's important to understand, okay, value right now is 3. Now value is 1. Perfect. So what do we need to do? Okay, we understand a few things. We need to press this cooking. So the cool thing about Python is this, or about code, is I'm going to move this. What we need to do is call all these operators. So how we can do that? We can write op, open and close parentheses, write these symbols. I don't know how to say this in English, but you have that. Or you can use the other ones. I think it's this one. So I think for me it works this one. And we call it visual. I'm going to write this just for example, directly. Going to say visual 0 dot allow cooking is equal false. Save. Going to return. Going to press whatever key of my keyboard, and my visual 0 is not cooking. So, okay, we understand that. So we have the numbers here. We need to change this number. How we can do that? We delete this. And because we understand, we can create a long text, for example. We can do the same for here for the operator. So I'm going to do is visual plus. We need to remember the val is a number. We need to transform to a text. Val. Str string parentheses val. So what I want to do is every time when I change the value or the number, or I press another button of my keyboard, change that value to the name. So it will be visual and the number of my key what I press, and put allowing cooking. So what is going to happen is we're going to receive an error. I'm going to press 1 error. What's going on? So the problem for here is our value. I press 0, and my visual is visual and 0, but the value is 0.0. Our visual is not a 0.0, so we need to change that. We can do it here in the visual, but it's not too good, so we can do it in the code. So we need to transform this number that is a float to an int. So I'm going to show you, for example, this will be int, so you can see the difference. Here, int, sorry, here. So now I'm going to press 2. And this disappear because now value is 1. It's not 1, that's 0. I'm going to press 3, disappear, 3, disappear. So yeah, right now, every time when I press the keyboard, I'm going to press 1. Remember it's 0 because it's here. Start with the 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. So it's working. Now what we need to do is remember the visual that we hide, which, for example, I'm going to hide this. And we need to remember, okay, I'm going to press 2. So I'm going to show this. And we need to remember this one to hide and show. Hide and show. How we can do that? I'm going to hide all of this. What we need to create is a global variable. So we need to put a name, whatever we want. I'm going to put cache or memory, or just remember. And our remember right now is what are the visual that are current showing is 0, 0, 0. So we put that. And I'm going to copy this line of code. I'm going to put copy paste. So what we need to do is first the Python runs in first do this line, second do this one, and the third do this third line. So it's in order. So first give me the current value, the new button that I press. Second, we need to hide this visual. So right now will be the name of this memory because it's 0. False, hide. And now we need to show the other one. So it will be true. So will be the value that I press. So now I'm going to press 2, hide the 0, show the 1. But when I press 3, it didn't hide the visual one. Why? Because memory is still 0. So what we need to do is, I'm going to press this one to show. What we need to do is change that memory. So what I'm going to do is this. The value, we have the print, the value is this. And then after do everything, at the end, we need to put memory is equal to val, to the new visual that we show. And I'm going to create another print to understand what's going on. So here, the first thing that I'm going to show, write, it will be memory is equal to memory, this number. And here is value is equal to val. So this is the thing that we're going to hide. This is the number that we show. And I'm going to add plus, just for remember, this is for hide. And this is for show. So that is the best way to understand what happened, because it's like, what is happened? Is there just maybe 5 lines of code? I didn't understand. So first is show me what visual that I need to hide will be number memory will be 0. So the system going to hide 0. Then show the visual that the button that I pressed will be val. And now memory is equal to val. So if I press 0, sorry, if I press 1, memory now will be 1. And show me the value that I want to show. So if I press right now, I save. Let me check. Save, yes. Now if I press 2, I have a problem. What it is, Python, when you use, this is a local variable. When we write here memory, it's a global value. So here we say, please change memory to this new number. And Python doesn't understand this memory, this name, or this element, or this variable is the same as this one. So we need to say, okay, don't worry, don't collapse. We need to say global memory, that we're going to use this variable and we're going to change it. That's it. So now I'm going to press 2. Sorry, 3. Yes, there it is. So what do we happen? The same memory 0, hide. Value that I press 3 is 2. So show. I'm going to press 4. Okay, memory. That is because it's, I need to hide this to show. Press 2, press 1, 2, 3. So now we have a system where our code remember and save what we press, and we need to hide. Okay, so yeah, that is working. We can add more visuals, so copy and paste. We can see the difference because it's the same color, but we can add here 5x 6 because we have 6. And it's important this, when you open this project, or maybe you save this, and you have these 3 visuals active, and when you press 1, doesn't hide the other one. So it's important you press all your buttons, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now the system understands everything, and I want to press 1 and hide the others. So this is the simple way to create a system to manage your visual, just to show and hide the rest, and you are just showing and processing one visual at the time. And you can connect this to a MIDI controller, and just your MIDI controller will be MIDI. Let me check. MIDI in, and yeah, you can connect this logic to here, and that's it. So yeah, I'm going to press 1, and yeah, that is the tutorial. I think this is a simple way, because the ideal way, I'm going to show you in Express. Let me copy this. The ideal way is switch. Sorry, this one. The ideal way is maybe when I press another visual, the transition goes to smooth. Okay, so for that is probably we need to load the information of this visual, for example 6 and 7, depending on what I'm pressing. But for that we need more code, so I don't want to scare you too much, but with this system that we have right now, you can test, and you can use this simple thing for my shows, and yes, works. I'm happy with this. It's simple. Yeah, so I hope you like it, and if you have any question, just let me know and I try to answer. I hope I explain well this thing about code. It's not too much, but the logic helps a lot to understand how to show something and hide another thing using a variable. So yeah, so see you in the next tutorial. Bye.